right, everyone, welcome and welcome back to Nalu Mind the Flow. Today is day 18, so I so appreciate folks who have joined for one or more days, and if it's your first time joining, we're happy to have you here today. It's going to be an interesting one. So Nalu has been working on understanding the breath by observing the breath. They've been understanding the body by observing sensation on the body. They've taken control of the breathing to see how it affects the body. And today, Nalu is looking out over the ocean and is noticing through the water they can see some of the fish under the sea, and occasionally they see a turtle bob its head up for its rhythmic, long-held breath in between its long-held breath under the water. Nalu starts to wonder what would happen if, as they observe the world around them, they're simultaneously keeping the attention on their breathing. So for today's practice, rather than have the eyes closed, we'll keep our eyes open, maybe soften the gaze so that it's relaxed. But the idea here will be to be observing the breath, but also be observing our surroundings at the same time. So as we begin here together, if you need to take your eyes closed for a couple of breaths to center yourself and bring your attention back to the breath, that's a great way to do it. You're welcome to do that, or keep your eyes open. And then no matter where you are, as your attention on the breath deepens, you've been practicing noticing the breathing for many days now. So it could be very simple for you to just come into the attention on the breath, noticing the breath move into the body, noticing the breath move out from the body. And even as you notice the breath coming in and out, your eyes are open softly and perhaps looking around your surroundings, maybe listening around your surroundings, and just observing the world, the room, the space, the screen around you, just as it is, as you also simultaneously observe the breath come into the body and the breath go out of the body. Just watching and observing naturally as things exist, as they are. And as you are continuing to watch the breath and notice the breath and feel the breath rise and fall, as you are also observing the world around you, you may notice that there's an emotion that comes with an object, or a feeling that comes with a sound or a smell that you're experiencing. And so what Nalu is learning to do as they stand by the shoreline and watch these natural occurrences happen is just observe them as they are. Maybe that's just a shape in the water that's moving. Maybe there's a flash of light underneath the water that's catching their eye. If there are emotions or feelings attached to the things that are being observed, then just observe those emotions as well. And then again, bring the attention back to the breathing and notice how the breathing is happening. Maybe it's changed when you set eyes on one thing over another, or maybe it's more relaxed as you are noticing it along with your outside surroundings. And just continue to observe and see if you can bring your attention both to your breath, even as you're watching the world around you exist. And you might notice your eyes start to close by themselves, and you're relaxing and you're returning to the sensations on the body. It's a very natural response. We've been practicing this now for some time, and so if that happens, that's great too. Continuing to observe the breath, continuing to observe the body, and if the eyes happen to be closed, maybe observing the sounds that are coming into the body, or maybe noticing a smell, if there happen to be any smells, and then observing how that impacts or changes or affects the breath as the breath goes in and the breath comes out. And our minds are very, very powerful organisms. They're also able to visualize and conceptualize other surroundings. And if your mind is there and you happen to be observing another surrounding or another place or time, you can also use the breath to bring it back to the current place and time and observe your current surroundings for what they are. And as we come to the conclusion of our time here together, even though we might have had our eyes open and been observing our surroundings, we're still in sort of a mindful and meditative state after observing the breath. So checking in with maybe taking a deep breath or wiggling around a bit to get back into the body and noticing that we may be feeling a little bit differently than we started. We may have a new consideration of our surroundings based on observing them from a more relaxed place. Perhaps it's different. Perhaps if emotions have come up, just observe those emotions and let them happen. They're very natural to occur when we're in a situation like this. And thank you again for joining today. So appreciate having you here and giving us a chance to explore this story together. And I do hope to see you again on another Nalu journey. So welcome and thanks, and please enjoy.